Tyrande versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin.
Illusion give me strength.
Alright, I got a couple early game drops. I think my coin's pretty valuable, since I don't really have a lot of plays lined up currently. I think I'm gonna go for the crab into that. He could have Eaglehorn Bow here to punish this play, but then I can just Shadow Word Pain the Hyena next turn if I need to. Puffer is kinda bad. Alright, that's fine. Now I can Shadow Word Pain a Leok. I think I have a pretty good read on no Eaglehorn Bow, so I'm not going to play Glacial Shard here. Don't really want to coin out the Draconid Operative, since I don't have anything to go along with it. What do I even want from Shadow Visions? These are the only spells I have, so there's no point in taking another Shadow Visions. Embrace Darkness is not very good in this matchup, I don't think. It could be okay against high main. Like, I have a lot of health. I could coin a Dragonfire Potion next turn, and then he plays high main on 6. I Embrace Darkness. Let's go for that. Let's go for this freeze here. Threaten to trade the 2-1 into the 3-2. Okay, I'll Dragonfire Potion here. Not sure if it really made a whole lot of sense for him to trade there. Like, what was my 2-1 gonna do on the board? But can't really fault him for it. I'm quite a fan of over-trading myself. Hit him with that Embrace Darkness. Normally, letting the thing attack is pretty bad, but I don't have anything for him to trade into, and I'm at 30, so the 6 damage isn't too bad. Wow, I just got outplayed! Second Dragonfire Potion's good here, though. And he had to silence off his high main's Death Rattle, so I think that actually ends up being pretty good for me. Not as good as getting a Savannah high main, but still pretty good. I think I'm really far ahead right now. Okay, he plays Lich King in his Hunter deck. That's not good for me. Does he play Deadly Shot in his Hunter deck? I mean, it's gotta be Deathstalker Rexxar, right? Throw it on the Tar Creeper. If he trades into it, I can trade my my Draconid Operative into the Lich King. If he doesn't trade into it... Okay, that's like the worst one. If he doesn't trade into it, Operative, one of my 1-power guys, and Deathstalker Rexxar is enough to kill it. Okay, that's good for Rexxar. Okay, that's bad for Rexxar. But the Draconid Operative gets to go into the Lich King. I can freeze the Scavenging Hyena, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna trade and then play everything, I guess. Actually, I guess I don't need to play the final one, too. He could have Deathstalker Rexxar, right? He could also have Death and Decay, that would be a bummer. Death Coil's kind of a bummer. But it looks like my Deathstalker Rexxar is gonna get to do pretty relevant damage here. So I can send Firefly and the 2-1 into the 11-5. Cleric can go into the Galaka Crawler. I think it's pretty unlikely that I build a beast that I can play for 2 mana. So I think I'm gonna draw a card here first. And then I can do this. I'm pretty sure this doesn't buff the Hyena. That would suck if it did. Okay, yeah. Rat Pack is solid. Poison Taunt seems good. It's gonna cost 5 mana. Maybe I just take a 3 mana so I can play it along with Cobalt Scalebane and another hero power. I don't really need the taunt that desperately. Alright, we'll just go for a 3 mana 3/3 Rat Pack, I guess. That could be bad. Trying to dodge High Mane or Bone Mare. Another Scalebane. Deathstalker Rexar. That's fine. Maybe that'll even make the game more interesting. That is not active, unfortunately. Stampeding Kodo hits a 1/1. 5 mana beasts are a little expensive for my taste. I took a Fiery Bat, right? So charging it should be really good, actually. Big 50-50, but either way it's pretty good, actually. Oh right, that can go face too. Well, that's bad. Let's actually go for this and these small guys. I want to get this Embrace Darkness because if he builds something too big, I want to be able to steal it. I have enough life that if he plays something huge, I can probably just tank it for a turn and steal it. I don't have another Glacial Shard, but that's probably not too bad for me. Why does that have charge? Stealth, of course. Stealth was like the only one I couldn't deal with here. Gonna pop my Rat Pack, huh? Okay. Not much point in playing the Blaze Caller. Try to make a Flappy Bird of my own. No charge, feels bad, man. It's a 5/9 taunt. That's pretty strong, actually. Prevents his Flappy Bird from going face. It's only a 4/4, right? I'll take a 5/9 Flappy Bird taunt. As long as he still has to trade his Flappy Bird into it. Oh no. What 1 damage source does he have? Does that... Oh, that has charge. Well, shit. My Blaze Caller is not active. Might have to just embrace this Flappy Bird. Okay, just kidding. See what we can build. Dispatch Kodo, absolutely. So he's 4 mana. If I take the Gastropod, the Poisonous kills this, and then I can still play the Netherspite Historian. If I take the Carrion Grub, it's bigger, and I can play the Power Word Shield, but this Poisonous guy just kills it anyway, so there's not much point in making it bigger.
Once upon a time.
I'll take Alexstrasza for some surprise lethal action. On the bright side, at least his poison guy has to trade into my poison guy since they both have taunt. Unless he gets like an owl or something here, but then he'd probably still want to trade it in. Got another big macaw. Do I want to steal a 3/7 macaw? Probably not. These are all really bad. Maybe we can just give this thing taunt. I'm just gonna steal this thing. I don't really have a great onboard play, and I'm gonna make it big. That's a 3/11 taunt he's gonna have to deal with. I guess I could have also just played Alexstrasza there. Maybe that was pretty reasonable. Oh shit, he put 1 damage on it. Yeah, I was gonna say, you should probably trade there, because I could have sent that into the Divine Shield. This guy likes his Jeweled Macaws, doesn't he? And I don't really blame him. It is pretty good. I think I might just play some dragons here. Okay, well the Eagle Hornbow is actually quite good. Houndmaster's good too. Eagle Hornbow lets me hero power and I'm so greedy. Eagle Hornbow also activates this Zombeast in my hand. Might have to use this Alexstrasza defensively, eating a lot of damage. I just have to hope that all those Jeweled Macaw minions he's getting aren't very good. The 5/1 on the board was one of the Macaw dudes, but I think he still has 2 more. He picked that Zombeast really fast. That's scary. Okay, does he still have a Savannah Highmane in his deck? I feel like I've only dealt with 1. Alright, the taunt put in some good work. That thing has charge, but it doesn't seem super relevant. There's just a lot of stuff on his board, huh? Dark Reaper is nice. Let's just slam some taunts. Using the bow here means I'm not going to be able to attack with the Silithid Swarmer, but it's got taunt. He's going to have to bust through it eventually anyway. I'm really far ahead on board, and I still have some really powerful cards in my deck. Double Embrace, Anduin, and Ysera. Plus my hand is just like bomb after bomb after bomb. But I don't have a lot of health to work with. I do have Ysera though. Well, that's alarming. Or is it? Yeah, it's pretty alarming. Well, Ysera is not lethal, so probably not playing her. Crackling Razor Maw is a good card. Stone Tusk Boar. Sure, being able to charge is quite nice. Hit this guy. And then we'll hit face for 5, but use the Tar Creeper to clean up. Man, that card has some big numbers on it. I think I'm just gonna go for this plus Blaze Caller, and then we'll send the Blaze Caller in there. Or the, Draconid Operative in there. This guy is charged, so he's going face, and we'll clean up another cat. Not really sure that putting the Poisonous on this big taunt does much, since it already has a lot of attack. Maybe it's good if he makes like a charging Bittertide Hydra or something. I don't really know. But I wanted to charge the 4/3 at his face, basically. Built out the mana curve pretty nicely. He's dead here, right? No, that's 10, not 12 on board. Math is hard. Could try to build into lethal. But I think a defensive Alexstrasza play makes a lot of sense. Picked that real quick. Must be a good one. Taunt Poisonous. Alright, let's get Ysera down. We have to make this trade, unfortunately. And the Ysera was the nail in the coffin. Why didn't he go for another Taunt Poisonous Zombeast? I don't know. But we got there.
Tyrande versus Valeera.
strength.
So we definitely keep the turn 1 cleric. I think Glacial Shard's pretty bad in this matchup. Dies to dagger, dies to patches. Twilight Drake's a nice pickup. Draconid Operative is also a nice pickup. The cleric's really good on board here. Punishes him for playing a pirate this turn, or even a firefly. So his only real play here is coin Keleseth, and even that I get to draw a card off of. Land a Power Word Shield on this.
Right away.
Punch him for 1.
Truth is found.
There's the Keleseth. Don't have a play this turn, so we'll just draw a card. That Tar Creeper would have been nice this turn. But the hand's getting nice and big for Twilight Drake.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Okay. Traded with Keleseth. And we got a backstab out of him. I'll take it. And we get to play a pretty decent sized Twilight Drake here. Not big enough to kill the Tar Creeper though. Unless Draconid Operative finds me a backstab, which is what I'm hoping for. I guess I'll just take the Argent Commander. Do I want to make this attack? I do need to get through this guy eventually. He wants to trade the SI7 agent into my Twilight Drake. I think that's okay. What costs 6 mana? Oh, Argent Protector. Makes sense. Try to grab a Dragonfire potion here. Then we'll get the Twilight Drake on board. It's probably pretty obvious that I went for a Dragonfire potion, so he might feel like he wants to trade into my Twilight Drake. And if he tries to ignore the Twilight Drake, he's just going to get blown out by Dragonfire potion.
I'm in charge now.
Those are face hits. That's what I like to see. Unless he has Leroy Shadow Step garbage, then I don't like to see those face hits. I'm actually... no, he doesn't have mana for Leroy Shadow Step. But I would have been dead to it here since he has weapon and has a Keleseth buff on it. That's kind of a bummer. I can clear the 4/5 with Argent Commander. I can also just go Draconid Operative plus Tar Creeper. The Tar Creeper turns on my Blaze Caller for next turn. Plus the Draconid Operative is a pretty significant body on the board. Could go for Cobalt Scalebane instead. I have plenty of cards. What would I really be stealing from him that would be useful? Even if I got like a Vile Spine Slayer, it wouldn't be that good because I don't have a card cheap enough to combo it on 9. I think I like Cobalt Scalebane. If it buffs either of my dudes, it's pretty good. I probably can die with this line of play though. At least more likely than the Argent Commander line of play. But this is just a much better board. Bone Mare, yep. That's a nice crab. Unfortunately that Bone Mare has a Keleseth buff on it, or else my Blaze Caller would be super good here. Well, I guess I'm just dead pretty often here. But I think I'm winning on board. There's no single card that kills me, so if it's 4-card hand, he needs 2 damage cards, and I know one of those cards is a Flame Elemental, which is not damage. And I can just trade off the board here. Let's go ahead and cast Shadow Visions. I think Shadow Word Pain is probably the one that's most likely to be useful. And then I'll heal face, clear his board, push a little bit of damage. Did I miss lethal? I didn't miss lethal, no. I used 11 points of damage to trade. Glacial Shard, this is your time to shine, buddy. Oh, Corpse Taker has taunt. That's not good enough, though. Dead.
It is finished. You win.